Welcome to the Summer Learning Academy 2021 from your conference committee. That committee is myself, Linda Mead, Greg Barlow, Kim K. Adams, and Megan Trowbridge. After a lot of consideration, the Summer Learning Academy committee decided on a hybrid experience this year. We have one day of in-person, June 7th, that hopefully you registered for, and if you're watching this after June 7th, that's okay, because we have over 19 on-demand sessions you can take completely online, along with 10 lightning sessions, 2 book studies, and 1 online learning series. We are confident you will find several things here to connect with that will help enrich your practice as a teacher. We realize that you may have a lot of questions about attending this online conference, so we're going to attempt to answer many of them now.
So, when is the conference? Well, from feedback that we gathered from last year's conference, we've decided to limit it this year to only 2 weeks. It will begin on June 7th and will end on June the 18th. Now, if you're taking part in one of the book studies, those will actually begin prior to the conference's start and will go until the end of June. We do ask that you look over the brochure and check the dates as to when each session begins and ends. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact one of us that are on the planning team committee.
One of the questions that we commonly get is how many contact hours can I earn during Summer Learning Academy? Well, you're welcome to take as many or as few sessions as you like during the 2-week window. Currently, we have over 55 clock hours of content available. Certificates of attendance will be emailed beginning July of 2021 once all session work is verified by the presenter or the facilitator of the course, and your session evaluations are needing to be completed as well. So please don't forget to complete your session evaluation.
Another great question is around Ashland credit, and yes, we will be offering it again this year because we are doing online. We will be able to offer 1 and 2 credit hour options. To earn 1 hour, you will need to attend 13 hours worth of sessions, and for 2 hours, 26 hours worth of sessions. If you do attend on June 7th to the in-person sessions, you can combine that with your online sessions. So don't be turned off by not attending the in-person sessions, thinking that you won't be able to use that towards your Ashland hours, because you can. The other thing that I want to mention is that you don't need to stop earning hours once you reach that magic number of 13 or 26. If you earn, let's say you're going for 1 credit hour and you earn 18 hours, you attend 18 hours worth of sessions, you'll get the one credit hour of Ashland credit, and then you'll get a separate certificate for the 5 hours that you took beyond what you needed for the credit hour. Hope that makes sense. So definitely keep attending sessions if there's anything out there that interests you, because you can earn the Ashland credit and a certificate of attendance for anything beyond the Ashland hours. What is a lightning session? It's a great question because this is the first year we've had them. These are short 10 to 15 minute practitioner videos around a specific topic, and it's not going to tell you everything you need to know about that topic. It's basically to pique your interest, and once you are intrigued by it and you want to learn more, you'll head to the resource folder that's linked within each of the lightning sessions to get more information if you choose to. Each of the lightning sessions, they are going to be worth 0.25 contact hours, so a quarter hour that you will get towards your certificate towards conference attendance.
This year, we have 1 online learning series available during the Summer Learning Academy hybrid sessions for 2021. This session is open to individuals or teams who would like to learn more about prevention services in schools. This on-demand session will focus on the importance of implementing prevention services in schools. Participants will gain insight into how prevention can promote the mental wellness of students, staff, and families. Educators will also have the opportunity to delve deeper into understanding the science of prevention and how the implementation of proactive factors can support students who may be or are currently engaging in at-risk behaviors. And there are also going to be available resources that can support educators with the mental, emotional, and behavioral health of students and families. Participants will also have the opportunity to connect with the members of the Google Classroom course through 2 30-minute virtual sessions. There will be a class kickoff at the beginning of the course to support the community of learners with any questions participants may have regarding the Google Classroom course and the virtual shout out to celebrate individual and team achievements at the conclusion of the course as well. Join us for this journey to discover how you can have a positive impact on the lives of students, staff, and families.
So you may be thinking, where do I start as an attendee? You're able to take any sessions in any order or take sessions concurrently. We do encourage you to first go to the introduction page of each session that you're interested in, as this outlines the requirements for each session. Most sessions have work that must be completed and submitted for feedback from the presenter in order for you to receive your full credit for those sessions.
So another typical question that we usually get during Summer Learning Academy is, what if I start a session and then I don't finish it? Can I get partial contact hours? Unfortunately, no. If you start a session and don't complete it, you will not receive any partial contact hours.
Okay, Kim, here's a question that comes up quite frequently. I understand that if I don't finish a course, I don't get any credit. But what happens if I have a question or if I'm having technical difficulties? Whom would I contact? Well, if you do have questions about a particular session or you're having technology issues, we ask that you first contact the presenters to see if they can problem solve any issues. Their contact information should be on the welcome page of the session. If they're not able to correct the issue, they will contact one of us on the planning team and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
If you're a procrastinator like I tend to be, you may be thinking, do I have to start my sessions online June 7th or June 8th after the in-person day? Or can I start a session during the last week or the last day of the conference? You're welcome to start a session at any time during the 2-week window. However, we would encourage you not to wait until the last minute. Many sessions have work that must be done by the participant, and you may not have the time to complete it all if you wait too long. This also gives presenters time to give you feedback if something you submitted wasn't up to par and needs to be resubmitted. It will be up to the session presenter and not the conference committee to determine if you have completed the requirements of a session. So while you can start as late as possible, it is not something we recommend that you do.
You may be asking, well, what do I need to do for the book studies? Please reach out to the presenters for any specific information. However, both book studies will begin at the beginning of June and end in the last week. Both book studies also require some type of virtual or face-to-face time. If you can't make it to one of those scheduled times, please make sure to contact the presenters.
Do I really need to fill out all of these session pre-assessments and session evaluations? Yes, you do. And the reason being is that we need to have that information, not just for the presenters to know if you enjoyed their session or not, or if you were engaged. We really use that information in order to plan for next year's conference. It just justifies us putting on this conference to our administrative team. So we really do need you to fill those out, and you will not get a certificate of attending that session unless you do. They literally take like 10 to 30 seconds to fill out. It's just a quick Google form. You don't need to write a dissertation, okay? It's just very, very quick. And not only the session evaluations, but the conference evaluations. There's a check-in for the conference and there's an exit ticket for the conference. And we do need to have you fill those out in order to get your certificates. Again, it justifies us putting on the conference and also gives us great feedback for the next year. We looked at the session evaluations from last year, and that's why we shortened the conference to 2 weeks. That was feedback that was given to us by attendees. Also why we have a couple different types of sessions like the online learning series and lightning sessions, because we got that from feedback from participants. So please, please, please fill those out. It's the only way you're going to get credit for your certificates.
As a reminder, this is our first time putting something like this together, and our committee has worked really hard to get it off the ground and running as smoothly as possible. Hang with us as we troubleshoot any problems that may arise. We want this to be a wonderful learning opportunity for all of our educators. We hope you learn a lot to take back to your district, building, or in your classroom this fall. And we want to wish you a happy learning experience.
I think that's it for all of our questions today. I do just want to take a moment on behalf of our committee to thank all of our presenters for pulling together and presenting another wonderful conference again this year. We know that the content is awesome. I think the technology's gotten a little bit easier this year, but we do appreciate everything that you've done to share your knowledge with all of our attendees.